In 1892, George Blickensderfer patented his typewriter, just in time for the 1893 World Exposition in Chicago. Businessmen from around the world came to see the latest inventions. Remington was the largest of the 22 typewriter vendors, vying for the attention of hundreds of thousands of businessmen from around the world. Remington was the 800-pound gorilla, and Blickensderfer took him on directly with his small, elegant machine. Blickensderfer was accompanied to Chicago with a 17-year-old employee, Estelle Munson. Estelle demonstrated the typewriters and wrote home, "Our machines attract the most interest." Blickensderfer met businessmen from Britain, France, Germany, and Canada that all set up alliances with Blickensderfer typewriter, and he took home 2 awards for typewriting machines and small typewriting machines. Blickensderfer was also interested in providing users around the world with improved typing efficiency. This keyboard is in French and Russian, but its layout is Blick's scientific keyboard. We're familiar with the QWERTY keyboard at the bottom, but Blickensderfer redesigned his keyboard for speed and efficiency. He grouped the most used letters together in the home row, whereas on the QWERTY keyboard they're spread all around. 4 decades later, Dvorak patented his keyboard, basically the same home row as Blickensderfer had in his keyboard, with 9 out of the 10 still being there. Another of Blickensderfer's innovations was the type wheel, which also eliminated the need for a ribbon. As you press the keys, the type wheel hammers down, hitting an ink roller and then striking the paper. The top row has the 28 lowercase characters. By pressing the shift key, the type wheel is raised to use the middle row of uppercase, and the figures key lifts the type wheel all the way up to access the special characters at the bottom of the type wheel. The ink arm folds down to make this Blickensderfer even more portable, and easily folds back up for typing. To insert paper, release the platen rollers, insert the sheet along the back, pushing through to the guide edge. And then close the platen rollers, and just make sure you're all straight and ready to go. Hold the space bar to carriage return, and use the backspace to correct. Blickensderfer's biggest successes were his Model 5 and Model 7. This is a Model 6, which is an aluminum version of the Model 5, but the Model 7 and the Model 5 were the bulk of his sales throughout the decades. Blickensderfer sold tens of thousands of each model in the United States as well as in Europe. In giving the world its first laptop, Blickensderfer provided the first really portable, rugged machine that could travel to the corners of the world. The Model 5 and 6 packed away neatly, but was ready to go in an instant. There were many great stories of Blickensderfer's typewriters in war settings and around the globe. They were known for being rugged and high quality, and Blickensderfer used it in his advertising. At the turn of the century, from the 19th to the 20th, Blickensderfer ran an extensive advertising campaign where he portrayed the Blickensderfer typewriter as a gift to the international users of the world from the 19th to the 20th century. The expo in 1901 was focused on electric innovations, and Blickensderfer chose it to roll out the first electric typewriter the world had ever seen. Hundreds of thousands of businessmen from around the world came to Buffalo, New York. Power was being generated at the nearby Niagara Falls, the first major power plant in the United States. Blickensderfer designed an 8-page booklet on the benefits of the electric typewriter to hand out to the attendees. In it, he tells the story of 2 secretaries, the first typing the old way. The operator must strike the key with sufficient force. Speed and quality depends upon physical endurance, and that no improvements have been made on other typewriters. Blickensderfer clearly depicts the Remington Standard as the old way of doing typing. But the Blickensderfer Electric is ready to show the new way. And he proceeds to lay out the benefits of his new typewriter, where you touch the key, but electricity does the work. Where a light stroke is used for any number of copies. Where physical exertion is replaced by automatic power. So the new way was having electricity do the work, harnessing the power of this newfound technology and incorporating it into a typewriter. The Blick Electric worked very well and typists loved it. Unfortunately, the power systems of the early 1900s were inadequate and commercially it was not a success. Many of Blickensderfer's ads featured women. They were a lot of the users of the typewriters, but they also attracted attention. Women were featured in the ads for many of the manufacturers of typewriters, and eventually fashion became intertwined with the typewriter. George Blickensderfer's first factory was on Garden Street in Stamford, Connecticut, but he quickly needed more space and moved to this factory on Atlantic Street in 1896, employed hundreds of men and women from Stamford and surrounding communities. The Atlantic Street factory produced nearly 250,000 typewriters prior to World War I. They also made index machines, both in Sears catalog as well as for sale in Germany. And Blickensderfer also partnered with his German distributor to manufacture this music note producing typewriter. With the coming of World War I, the factory was converted to a munitions plant and never really returned to its glory days of typewriter production. Today, Stamford's library is built at 88 Bedford Street, where George Blickensderfer's home once stood. In his day, George Blickensderfer was best known for his portable typewriters, an elegant and effective and portable machine. As the inventor of the world's first laptop, George Blickensderfer clearly deserves a place in history. But his typewriters were also hugely successful around the world. His keyboard was more advanced, but couldn't unseat the QWERTY keyboard. And of course, his electric typewriter paved the way for the future, with many comparing his typewriter to that of the IBM Selectric, introduced 60 years later. George Blickensderfer was the inventor of many typewriter innovations, but today his story is largely unknown. Check out our YouTube video on his typewriters of Stamford, Connecticut for more information about him and his history. Search YouTube for ITM Clock to see other videos about clocks and other historical artifacts, or look at our website, internationaltimemachines.com. Thanks for watching ITM's video about the Blickensderfer typewriter family and history.